Good morning, folks. Today was supposed to be a nice day for Scotty. Scotty was going to do some stuff around the house, get ready for this football game at 3 o'clock, and watch his beloved Washington Redskins play in the NFC Championship game against the dreaded Philadelphia Eagles. That's what Scott was going to do. No, instead, all morning I've been working on this stuff. And it is a real fucking bummer. Aunt BB knows folks in Serbia, and Serbia is currently suffering with another color revolution along with Georgia. This stuff has really kicked off. And this is something that needs to be talked about. Attention needs to be paid to it. Which I intended to start doing on Monday. However, what I'm going to talk to you about this morning takes precedence because it is unprecedented what is happening. Israel, glorious Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East. Of course, it's a ethno-state. It's not really a democracy. But the only democracy in the Middle East has now made it illegal to question their official story about what happened on October the 7th. I wrote an article about that. I've also written with tons of links for you, stuff that would, if I was in Israel, put me in jail for 5 years. I'm also going to talk to you about something that Donald Trump said in a off-the-cuff discussion with the White House press corps on Air Force One, which is a war crime and crime against humanity. He said that we need to clean Palestine, Gaza, and I guess the West Bank. Clean them of the Palestinians and remake Palestine, wipe it off the fucking map, give it to fucking Israel, and remake fucking Gaza. That's his peace deal. His peace deal was always a fraud. I told you it was a fraud from the very beginning. People like Jimmy Dore here, which is why I've got this up. Fake ass motherfuckers like Jimmy Dore. They call him Demi Dore because he is fucking stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He pretends to know what he's talking about. They had him give a fucking address the UN Security Council at one point in time. What fucking morons did that? Jimmy Dore is a fucking idiot. He is an idiot. He himself says he was a C student in high school who turned into a fucking, as he calls it, jag-off comedian. He was a terrible comedian. Pull up his fucking stand-up before he started coddling the ball sack of Cenk Uygur at the Young Turks. Pull up his stand-up comedy. I'll send you $1 for every fucking real laugh you get out of it. My guess is I'm not going to be sending anybody a fucking nickel. Jimmy Dore is an awful comedian because he's an idiot. Now he's a multi-millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire because he was able to parlay his YouTube fame from sucking up to fucking Cenk Uygur and that fake left outlet, the Young Turks, controlled opposition fake left outlet Young Turks. He was able to parlay that into turning himself basically into the new mainstream media for the billionaire class. Now he sucks up to Donald Trump. Now, here, let me just show you this real quick. Outrageous! Biden tries to take credit for Trump's peace deal. Trump's deal. Got a big smiling Trump. Now, Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse and is making the argument to ethnically cleanse Gaza. Ship them all out, pack them up, forcibly relocate them to Jordan and Egypt. That's a hell of a peace deal there, Jimmy Dore. Your dude is talking about a fucking war crime and a crime against humanity. Congratulations, Jimmy Dore. You're on top of it. It's no wonder you get millions of dollars for being a fucking sellout piece of shit. It's no wonder. Talking about another sellout piece of shit, I'm going to hit this real quick for you folks out there. And then we'll jump into the two big stories. This one from Adam at Adam Media, Adam E. Media, who I don't know who the fuck that is. Breaking news. The Central Intelligence Agency is now saying that that COVID-19 likely leaked from a Chinese laboratory. That's not what happened. RFK pushes that story, that CIA bullshit story as well. So do many on the fake alt left and right media circuit. It was made in Tbilisi, Georgia at the Lugar Center by EcoHealth Alliance under a Defense Threat Reduction Agency contract with National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases under one Anthony Fauci. That is a fucking fact. Here's RFK Jr. His book, I talked about this in July 14th, 2023, by the way. Here is The Wuhan Cover Up by Robert F. Kennedy. Look at all these covers that look exactly the same. The Truth About Wuhan, Andrew Huff. Lies My Government Told Me by Robert Malone, who also talks about it coming from China, Wuhan. Manufacturing Dissent. Brought to you by Simon & Schuster, who also publish CIA World Factbook. They also publish, by the way, they got a better cover, not the red on white or the white on red look that the CIA likes to fucking publish. These are all published by the same publisher, which is owned and operated by the Central Intelligence Agency, by the way. So the CIA has been pushing the Wuhan leak story for quite some time. I was telling you about this shit in July of 2023. That's going on 2 years from now, in case you need some help with the math. Okay? Just thought I'd tell you about that shit. And there's a bunch of stuff I did on Schmooly. On RFK Jr. and Schmooly. There you go. The IDF never targets civilians. He had to do remember when he did a tour back in July of 2023 after he made his stupid fucking statement? And old Rabbi Schmooly took him under his wing and dragged him around, showing him and having him say all these fucking horrible things. Horrible things. In support of the IDF, Greater Israel. He's been a fucking sellout for a very, very, very long time. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you want to subscribe to my Substack, you can. There's no cost. Nothing I do is behind a paywall. If you'd like to support the work that I do, which is actually independent journalism, which is why I'm not Jimmy Dore's fucking neighbor, which is why I can tell you the fucking truth about what's actually happening, then please be my guest. Down below, there will be, in the About section, there will be links to Cash App, to Zelle, to Patreon. Any way you'd like to support, any amount is very helpful and much appreciated. especially these days. Here is my Substack. That's a link also down below. You're welcome to subscribe to that. There is no cost. And you will get stuff sent to you in the mail, in the email, in the mail, like these 2 articles I posted today. All right? Just as a possibility. Let's talk about these 2 articles, and we're going to start with this article that came originally from CNN, but I added a few little bits of information for you. This is Donald Trump. Let me read you what CNN wrote to start with. Tip of the hat to old Aunt Bibi, Tip of the hat to Aunt Bibi. She's not that old. For sending me this, which is simply just remarkable. I'm just going to read it as a part of it from CNN for you. I want you to also keep in mind, this is, as I'm reading this, I want you to keep this in mind. This is CNN. CNN, by the way, who has made several lies, done several fake news broadcasts in order to support the IDF and their ethnic cleansing and genocide program in Gaza. This is the same CNN, okay? I just want you to remember that. Why is that? I don't know what this fucking... God damn it. Did I miscopy it? Why did they start out like that? Oh, I didn't copy this? God damn it. All right, I'll deal with that later. Can I stop that? Okay, CNN. Oh, the fucking advertising. Jesus God, these people. President Donald Trump indicated Saturday that he had spoken with the King of Jordan about potentially building housing and moving more than 1 million Palestinians from Gaza to neighboring countries. A remarkable proposal from a seated U.S. president. Trump said he asked Jordan's Abdullah II, a key U.S. partner in the region, to take in more Palestinians in a Saturday phone call. Quote, I said to him, I'd love you take on more because I'm looking at the whole Gaza Strip right now and it's a mess. It's a real mess, he told reporters aboard Air Force One. Jordan's state news agency Petra reported the call with Trump, but made no mention of relocating Palestinians. The kingdom is already home to more than 2.39 million registered Palestinian refugees, according to the United Nations. Trump said he would like both Jordan and Egypt, which borders the battered enclave, to house people, and that he would speak to Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on the matter on Sunday. Quote, you're talking about 1.5 million people, and we just clean out that whole thing, Trump said, adding that there have been centuries-long conflicts in the region. Let me get back to mine now that I got to put that in there. He continued, quote, I don't know, something has to happen, but it's literally a demolition site right now, and almost everything's demolished, and people are dying there, so I'd rather get involved with some Arab nations and build housing in a different location where I think maybe they could live in peace for a change. End quote. The president, a former property developer, said that the potential housing, quote, could be temporary or could be long-term, end quote. As well as killing tens of thousands of people, the 15-month war, more than that, the 15th-month war between Israel and Hamas, it's not a war, it's an occupation, has reduced much of Gaza to rubble. Israeli airstrikes have damaged or destroyed around 60% of the buildings, including schools and hospitals, because they were targeted, and around 92% of homes, including, according to the UN. Approximately 90% of Gazans have been displaced, and many residents have been forced to move repeatedly, some more than 10 times, according to the UN. Trump's statement appeared to break with U.S. foreign policy, which has long emphasized a two-state solution for Israel and Palestine. There has been a fear in the region that Israel wants to push Palestinians out of Gaza into neighboring countries, a premise Israel rejects, but one supported by far-right factions of his governing coalition. Al-Sisi criticized Israel's move to evacuate more than 1 million residents from northern Gaza in October of 2023, which I covered, by the way, characterizing it as a part of a larger plan to rid the entire area of Palestinians. Quote, the displacement or expulsion of Palestinians from the Gaza Strip into Egypt simply means that a similar situation will also take place, namely the expulsion of Palestinians from the West Bank to Jordan, Sisi said, adding that there would be no point in discussing a Palestinian state as the land will be there but the people won't. Around the same time, King Abdullah called the idea of more Palestinian refugees moving into Georgia or Egypt a, quote, red line. Dr. Mustafa Baghdadi, I mispronounced that, I'm sorry, an independent Palestinian politician, said he completely rejected Trump's comments. Quote, what the occupation has failed to achieve through its criminal bombardment and genocide in Gaza will not be implemented through political pressure. Barghouti said in a statement, adding the, quote, conspiracy of ethnic cleansing will not succeed in Gaza or the West Bank. There are some 5.9 million Palestinian refugees worldwide, most of them descendants of people who fled with the creation of Israel in 1948. They didn't flee, they were driven out during the Nakba. Upon taking office this week, Trump rescinded Biden-era sanctions against Israel's settlers deemed responsible for deadly violence in the occupied West Bank in a move welcomed by Israel's finance minister, Bezalel Smotrich, who argued strenuously for Israel to reestablish Jewish settlements in Gaza abandoned under an Israeli order in 2005. Smotrich quickly endorsed Trump's latest comments, saying, quote, the idea of helping Gazans find other places to start new, better lives is a great idea. There you go, fucking Jimmy Dore. You're in bed with fucking Smotrich now. Congratulations. I hope that money keeps you nice and fucking warm at night, you miserable rat fuck piece of shit. Quote, for years, politicians have proposed unrealistic solutions like dividing the land and establishing a Palestinian state. There's already a Palestinian state, which endangered the existence and security of the only Jewish state in the world, and only led to bloodshed and suffering for many people. He said in a statement released by his spokesperson, quote, only out-of-the-box thinking with new solutions will bring peace and security, bring peace and security solution. I don't know what the fuck, he's an idiot. Trump said earlier this week that he might be able to have a role in rebuilding Gaza, praising it as a phenomenal location on the sea and, quote, the best weather, end quote. The comments echoed remarks made by his son-in-law Jared Kushner in February 2024 when Kushner called the waterfront property in Gaza, quote, very valuable and suggested Israel should move Palestinians out of Gaza and, quote, clean it up, end quote. Trump also confirmed that he had lifted a Biden-era hold on the provisions of 2,000-pound bombs for Israel. Quote, we released them today and they'll have them. They paid for them and they've been waiting for them for a long time, he told reporters. Give them 2,000-pound fucking bombs to destroy and level more of Gaza. The remaining 40% of Gaza. Clear that glorious land for him and his fucking son-in-law and his developer friend Steve Witkoff to make tons of fucking money. Ethnically cleansing and committing genocide in fucking Gaza so they can forcibly remove those dirty people and take that land. Jimmy Dore. There's your hero. There's your goddamn. There's your fucking hero. There's your fucking hero. This is what he wants to build. That's the Gaza 2035 plan. Resort hotels, gambling, casinos. All built with cheap fucking near slave labor. Imported from Jordan, the Palestinians who used to live there. They can build that shit and get paid pennies on the dollar, pennies on the shekel, and then get sent back the fuck out. Or stay to work as cheap fucking waiters and maitre d's and housekeepers and janitors. While the rich and famous just enjoy themselves. And look out here, look out there. See those? Those are fucking oil rigs. Sucking Palestinian fucking resources out of the ground and giving them to Israeli businesses. And down here, you know what this part is down here? That's the world's largest free trade zone where Israeli business owners will make shit tons of shekels with near slave labor provided by the Palestinians. That, boys and girls, will be the world's largest fucking concentration camp in history. And that, Jimmy fucking Dore, is what you were praising. His peace deal. You fucking simpleton. Goddamn retarded piece of shit. I don't care. Cancel me. Fuck off. Speaking of being canceled, let's talk about the Middle East's only democracy, which is actually a theocracy. You see that meme? It's accurate. Who said it was accurate? Well, the documentary that was produced by the fucking IDF and Israeli media, featuring 4 fucking young women who were the crew of a fucking tank who were sent to a kibbutz on October the 7th and told to open fire with the artillery shell into a building where there were 12 Israelis and 4 or 5 Palestinians. She said this. The commander said this. And she said she didn't feel like doing it, but another tank beside her did. Her tank opened fire with the mounted .50 caliber machine gun, which blew holes through the goddamn walls. Who also talked about this? The only surviving Israeli in that goddamn kibbutz. And this was all brought to you by the IDF, who admitted doing it, and the Israeli media. And for talking about it in Israel, they just passed a law in Knesset. You can be put in jail for 5 years. Why? Well, that's quite obvious. Anyone who tries to deny Hamas's heinous crimes, like what? The heinous crimes like babies in ovens, is a lie. Babies on the clothesline, a lie. 40 beheaded babies, also a lie. Systemic rape, lies. Anyone who tries to deny Hamas's heinous crimes is an active partner in spreading lies and incitement that undermine the foundations of our society. Listen very carefully. That undermine the foundations of our society. Our society, according to the statement made upon the passage of this legislation, the foundations of their society are laid in the October the 7th fucking events. And anyone talking about actually looking at them and honestly evaluating what actually happened, you threaten the foundations of their society. What society is that, boys and girls? That society is Greater Israel. Because without what happened on October the 7th, they don't get to wipe out all of Palestine and take it for their own. They don't get to take part of fucking Lebanon, if not all of Lebanon. They don't get to take the Golan Heights and a good chunk of fucking Syria. They don't get to take. If people talk about the truth on what happened on October the 7th. Ergo, this is a crime, though it is historically accurate. According to Israeli media and the IDF and the commander of the IDF fucking tank who was there that day. This is a crime. The truth in Israel is now illegal. Thank you, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Thank you, Reverend Shmuley. Thank you, Michael, what's his fucking name? Rasputin? He added in the statement about this piece of legislation, in an era where lies are spread at the speed of light on social media, meaning 40 beheaded babies, and in the international arena, this is a bulwark, not only for the memory of the murdered and the honor of those who survived. The survivors are telling people the truth. Now, if the survivors tell people the truth, they'll be put in jail. But for the sake of future generations who will remember the truth and not the lies that try to obscure it, we have to stop you from talking about the truth so that the future generations only know the fucking lies. Only know the fucking lies. Only know the fucking lies. This is the only democracy in the Middle East. This is how desperate, how fucking desperate they are. Would you like to see how desperate they are? Not only that, boys and girls. Not only that, boys and girls. Wait, what did I do with it? Where is it? Where is it? Fuck me. Did I not post it? I am just so unprepared for class today. See, this is what you get. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I put it in here. There you go. I guess I am prepared for class. Israel's coalition votes down the bill to form an official October 7th State Commission of Inquiry. They said, no, don't look for the truth. This is done the same time. They make it illegal to talk about the truth. Then they say, don't even look for the truth in Israel. The officials can't even look for the truth in Israel. Oh, yeah, well, here we go. I get to go back. Thank you, Haraz. I appreciate that. This is fucking remarkable. This is remarkable. In Israel, that's a crime. It is historically accurate, proven by Israeli media, not the conspiracy theorists, not Alex Jones, though he sucks up to Israel. Not fucking evil Putin in Russia. That's supported by Israel, Israeli media, and the IDF. And it's illegal. And they are our allies. And they, by the way, are the ones Trump wants to give all of Palestine to. For this. By the way, obviously, Trump is a developer. His son-in-law is a developer. The guy he put in charge of the special fucking representative, Stephen Witkoff, is a developer. This is... I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can accurately tell you just how fucking remarkable this moment is. You know, I was an adult, and on September 11th, 2001, I was an adult when we invaded in 91. That's how old I am. I was an adult having to put up with and filter through the lies about why we should invade in 2003 in Iraq. I was an adult and paying attention when they made up excuses to regime change Syria and Libya. Nicaragua. Venezuela. I've covered this stuff for a long time. I have never seen even Dick Cheney, even the fucking neocons of the American Enterprise Institute, the globalist fucking neocons of American Enterprise Institute. I have never seen anybody come out and say, "Oh, we blew it up. We should take it as our own. It's ours. We can take it." This is Greater Israel is kind of similar to what Nazi Germany was doing with Poland and Czechoslovakia, all the other countries. We're just going to take it. We're just going to roll in there and take it, and we can get away with it. And that was decided by the world, and of course the Nuremberg trials, as being wrong. No, you can't do. And now Donald Trump just, we can just forcibly displace the 1 million people plus still alive in Gaza and force them into some fucking ghetto we build in fucking Egypt, which we want to keep them close, so then Israel can use them as cheap fucking labor to build Gaza 2035 plan. This is just beyond the pale. It is beyond the pale. Listen, fucking Donald Trump sitting at a table, the bunch of people, about what's going on with the wildfires in California, saying, well, you know, you're not going to get any fucking support from the federal government till you release the water. He is a fucking monster. He is a fucking neoliberal, globalist, fucking business-firster monster. He doesn't want to release the water so people can water their lawns. They can't water the lawns now. They don't have water in the fire hydrants now because big business, agriculture in Southern California has sucked the fucking water right out of the goddamn ground. It's the same shit that's happened in fucking Arizona with the alfalfa fucking industry. People's wells running dry. They can't run deep enough because these big-ass agribusinesses have sucked literally all the goddamn water out of the ground. People have nothing. Their dreams, their hopes, their retirement, gone. Their land is useless. The unregulated government in fucking Arizona doesn't give a shit. Big business pays them. Gives them fucking kickbacks. So fuck you. And now what Donald Trump wants is for them to release the water. There's some fish. Fish like water. What are you? You're a fucking moron. They've sucked all the fucking water out of the, they've pulled it into their fucking pomegranates and cranberries and whatever. They've decimated Southern California. It's not the droughts. It's big business. They've been getting water because neighboring states are fucking corrupt too. They send them their fucking water. Big business asks, we give, and you give back. And that's what this is all about. That's why he signed a thing saying his people and his administration can take bribes. That's why he's running his goddamn meme coin. Are you stupid? Now he wants to release the water. We're not gonna give you any fucking help until you release the water. Blackmail. And it's all about giving those fucking agribusinesses water from north so they can suck Northern California dry. I mean, just literally like vampires sucking the lifeblood out of everything around them. They don't give a shit. And neither does Donald Trump. Because he gets away with it. And he's only going to be a one-term president, so fuck it. Line his pockets. Line his son-in-law's pockets. Line his daughter's fucking pockets. As best they can. Suck it all out of the goddamn country. Suck it all out of the goddamn government. Take it all. It's rapacious. And people like Jimmy Dore and Russell Brand and all these others, Cenk Uygur and Joe Scarborough, and every single goddamn one of them. Fuck it. Let it be. Laissez-faire. It's a buffet. Come in and just take it all, stick what you can't stuff in your mouth, in your pockets, and run out the door. I don't give a shit. Jimmy Dore used to defend the Palestinians. Now he's sucking up at the guy who wants to literally ethnically cleanse them from the fucking land. Why? Because they put fucking money in his pockets. That's why. That's why. Because they put money in his pockets. Literally and figuratively. He sucks up to the fucking lobotomites, the people who are still Trump fans. I'm sorry. Fuck you. He sucks up to the lobotomites, the dent heads, because they are a somewhat large following, and they subscribe, and they like, and they share. This guy's on our side. Let's support him. Let's back him. So he keeps doing it, and keeps doing it, and keeps doing it, and gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And eventually, just like he did with COVID-19, he shit on truth tellers like us for a year and a half. Then he flips and goes, oh, I'm on the good side now. And everyone praises him. You forget the fucking year and a half he lied and he pushed Anthony Fauci's bullshit down your fucking throats. and called people like us fucking nut jobs. You forget that. He'll do the same shit with this when it's popular, when he can make money at it. I've never seen, you can say what you want, Genocide Joe, ethnic cleansing Donald. Get them all out of there. He literally said, clean the place up. What the fuck? And gave them 2,000-pound bombs, indiscriminate killers of civilians, women and children, and the elderly. He gave them 2,000-pound bombs from which to do it. Genocide Joe, ethnic cleansing Don. And sell out Jimmy Dore and all the rest. They can all go fuck themselves. I'm going to say something that's going to cost me fucking subscribers and followers. Don't give a fucking shit. Nobody, not one of you, nobody out there has the track record of calling the Clintons out for what they are like I do. Not a single one of you. I'll bet you every fucking thing I own in this office. Show me where you or anybody else can compare to what I was writing when I was writing it about fucking Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and Bill Clinton and those pieces of fucking shit. You can't do it, and you won't do it. That's a goddamn fact. But I'll tell you this, and I hate Donald Trump for making me say this, for making me even think this once in my fucking life. Hillary Clinton was right. Some of the Trump supporters are absolutely deplorable, and that's a goddamn fact. If you can support this man after calling for ethnically cleansing Palestinians, cleaning up Gaza to hand over to fucking glorious Israel, if you can still support him after that, and I'm not talking about, this is the quote taken out of context, fuck you, go watch the video. It's provided at the link in CNN. If you can still support him after that, you are absolutely 100% deplorable. No question. And it makes me sick to even, and I understand it was at a different time and a different context, and she was absolutely wrong for saying it for the reasons that she did. Because she is also a fucking deplorable for supporting Israel in this situation. But if you still support fucking Donald Trump after this, you know what you are. In a better time in this country, the impeachment proceedings would already be fucking underway. That is a crime on a president who has the ability to impose his will on other countries. That is he said he's talking to Jordan and Egypt to make ready for this. He said he's in the process of doing it. It is a war crime. It is a crime against humanity. It is literally ethnic cleansing. And he admitted to doing it in the process of doing it. If you still support him after this, I don't want your support. I don't want you to follow me. I don't want you to read my shit. I don't want you to watch my shit. Because there's no help for you.